Yo, yo, what it do? Blizz D, homie. I'm hanging out with the Misfits on the Who They Want podcast. If you ain't here, you ain't bout it. Blizz D, homie.
Yo, 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 you already know what it is, what it be, what it ain't, but what it really is. This is Psychedelic Chilling with the Misfits on Who They Want podcast. This is a little man of the week.
What it is, this your boy Captain Capo Grown on standby for the run by with the Misfits on Who They Want podcast. You ain't bout it if you ain't here, so stay tuned. Grown.
Yo, 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 this is FP3 chilling with the Misfits on Who They Want podcast. The one and only, stay tuned.
What's up, y'all? This is Lady Tasha, better known as the Duchess, and you already know I'm rocking with the Misfits on a Who They Want Entertainment podcast show. And don't forget, go and download Everything Entertainment Expo app and get blocked in or bow down.
Steady, are you ready? Steady, are you ready? Steady. Are you ready?
Hold on. All right. We're gonna stop the press. I don't know what happened just now, but we had some major technical interference.
Tech issues, a glitch.
Apparently, they didn't want Steady to be ready tonight, huh? Talk about uncomfortable conversations. Yeah, the way the algorithm is set up for me trying to be great tonight is an uncomfortable conversation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this thing the right way. Welcome back to the internationally known award-winning podcast show that still does everything that they don't. Well, we have real talk with real people. We're going to interview entrepreneurs. We're going to interview artists. Hell, we're going to interview ourselves. But that's what we do here at Who They Want. We do the impossible. And you know, tonight is Talk to Them Tuesdays, where our usual scheduled program would be an Artistry Tuesday. But since artists are not booked until the next upcoming weeks, I figured we have a therapy section of our own here on Who They Want. And I'm joined by the wonderful queen of podcast herself, host of Sip and Talk. Miss Londa's in the building, holding it down for her squad, but also affiliated with Who They Want, because you know that's how we make connections around here. And of course, you got that man who's A for able, you know what I'm saying, who still keeps Who They Want on the brain. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put this out there. One of the most incredible editors for your content, videos, podcasts, radio shows, whatever it is, that man right there gets it done. And he's most humblest guy on earth, my man, Mr. Kyle E. Still rocking with Who They Want. You feel me?
Thanks for that, bro.
You dig? And of course, we're going to be joined by my brother as soon as he taps back in. Y'all already know how certain software and these devices have cringe moments where it just irritates your soul. But we're going to be joined by the CEO of the brand Success Heals Pain, my brother from another mother, Mr. Carlos Henderson, will be joining us momentarily. So how y'all feeling tonight?
Feeling okay, man. Cannot complain. Honestly, I cannot complain. Yourself?
Hey, man, I'm blessed. I'm still here. I still got my health, still got my mentality together, and I'm still Who They Want. You dig? How about you, Miss? How you feeling tonight, love? Hold on. I'm just gonna be fair. We sound kind of a little down and a little muffled and a little behind the mic. We got to get your audio together, my love.
Ooh, got the reverb going, huh?
Right. We got some reverb, and y'all know we're gonna rock out. Golly, the one time I want to put together something strategic, right? I took my time this weekend. I emailed everybody a copy of the schedule, how things are going to be run, how the ship done got a little bit in order. And the one night I was expecting success to heal some pain. I'm dealing with the pain more than I'm dealing with the success.
Yeah,
might
but there's gonna be some bumps, along the way. So.
exactly. But what we do with them bumps, we're gonna smooth them out. We're gonna roll through them because that's what we do here again, people. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Y'all locked in with your boy and the crew. Appreciate y'all from YouTube, Angle, from the Facebook, from Twitter, Twitch, and so forth and so forth. Shout out to all the networks that's supporting Who They Want brand tonight.
Mhm.
So my man Kyle, what we putting on their head tonight? What we doing?
Okay, so I was just made aware of this just moments ago because this was not getting a lot of press when it happened. So speaking of uncomfortable moments, a this is beyond that, but anyway, so a young man, right? A young man um, by the name of, excuse me here because I'm not great translating getting names, but uh, Virgilio Aguilar Mendez, an 18-year-old who was accused of. Okay, so basically, this young man was racially profiled. This happened months ago. I'm reading from the petition to get him out of jail. So a few months ago, he got accused of killing a cop. The cop racially profiled him, and while the cop was trying to arrest him and rough him up, the cop had a heart attack. Right in the
Right.
middle of everything, he had a heart attack, died at the hospital, and they're trying to accuse the young man of killing him. They're trying to charge him with killing this 50-something-year-old policeman.
Right.
And currently, there is a petition to help this young man who's currently in jail no bail. I was just made aware of this moments ago before doing this before going live, and this is oof. Boy, I don't even know. But thoughts?
I need to get more familiar with the story, but
Yeah, if you
I don't
want,
know
yeah, I
much
can.
about it. Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to send it to me.
this was not getting a lot of press when it was originally being talked about. The only reason why I know about this now because I'm scrolling on Instagram and somebody had an update.
Right.
So it's just flabbergasting to me. Not all that surprising, but how are you gonna pin this on the kid?
All right. You want to know how you gonna pin this on the kid? What race is this particular kid?
He's from what was it, Guatemala? Hold on. Yeah, he's not originally from here, and he's not a white kid.
Okay. Okay. So just
And
by that,
according to the report, they're saying he just looked suspicious. Kid was just on his
right.
phone.
Right. Okay. So there's still that old disrespectful structure that's still in place, right? So what happened was case of mistaken identity. He just looked at suspicious. Let me try and cops being the cop, I am the authority figure. Kid being a foreigner, panic, took off. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're in a situation where you have to run damn near all your life, there is no sitting down and talking to me if you come in as an authority figure, badge, gun, baton, all this stuff. There is no, you know what I'm saying? There is no conversation. I already know how the end result of that gonna be. So kid strikes up, without knowing that, hey, this just is a case of mistaken identity. And the cop apparently didn't work on his cardio. Cop, like you said, cops is a 50 plus officer, or whatever situation came down, obviously he was not cut to be running this young man down. So in the midst of hawking him down, it just happened to be that day where them arteries done clogged up, their heart done tightened, and it slowed him down. Now, granted, Like you said, being that this story dates back to some previous months, he probably was spending time in the hospital trying to pull it together, trying to get right. So his heart just couldn't take it no more. But we want to fault this young man in this situation as the reason why, because in the situationship, he was being chased, right? So what do you do? Why? You know what I'm saying? It's easy to make him the guilty verdict when no, this is not that young man's fault. Because
How is it easy to pin a heart attack on someone when they're the one beating you up? According to this petition, this was 8 minutes worth of struggle, and the cop had a heart attack in the middle of all that.
right,
Oh, I'm
uh,
sorry,
right,
I'm hearing more reverb. Just,
we're trying to hear you, love. Right, come on, get us.
I was asking, was it resisting? Is that why they're?
Your echo's up higher than what you're asking. That's what we're getting the echo. It's like a real high echo, my love.
How does it sound now?
I'm still getting a lot of reverb on this end.
Okay, hold on. Give a minute. Give a minute. You know, all perfectionists do. We just
Yeah, it
got to
don't
tighten
sound
down the
too bad,
bolts.
but
Right. No,
No, no, it
it
doesn't sound
sounded
too
way
bad.
better when she said something the second time
yeah,
than the
it
first time.
sounded better, right. But you like you said, this internet stuff be
What
crazy.
about now?
We're gonna work with it. You know
I
what? We're gonna
mean, it's
work with it.
clear.
Right. Let's go on. What was your question?
I was just asking, is that what it was? Is that he was resisting?
Yeah, that's what it was. That's pinning. It's crazy, right? I'm trying to wrap my mind because, like we said, the story just came very short notice, hot off the press, for us to dive into. But in the midst of this is just understanding the history of things. I just look at it as this. Okay, Kyle, let me ask you this so I can get a little clarity before I approach it.
Yep,
Did this happen here in America or did it happen
happened here in
in
America.
There you go. They'll go to the answer to the question that Ms. Long was trying to get to. It's America. This is
Yep, it
why it
happened here in
happens.
America. The kid's first language was not English. He was trying to explain that to the cops as he was doing what he was, as he was doing what he was doing. And apparently, this happened in a place called St. John County, and the sheriff of that place lied on public live TV during a press conference surrounded by other elected officials. Oh, jeez.
All right. So I'm gonna compare this to give y'all some help to kind of with y'all angle of y'all theories on this situation. Y'all remember what about a year or two back when that situation happened over there in Memphis? And those cops followed that young man who was on his way home, pulled him over, was supposed to just pull him over for a regular traffic stop, inches away from his house. Cops end up killing him. It's kind of like a case of that situation. When I say mistaken identity, it's a situation of he was being targeted. Let's just say what it was.
Oh
It ain't
yeah.
mistaken identity. It's targeting. And in a situation like this, it's we want to go for the side of the badge, right? Because like you saying, it's happening in some town in St. John, whatever. Shout out to y'all. But the whole department needs to be under investigation because apparently what we're dealing with again, old structure. Nobody's retraining, nobody's reprogramming. It's just instituted that hey, when we strike.
And it's just that you look suspicious, so we're gonna take you in.
That's just
He
natural.
doesn't know what's going on.
That's just
And
falling.
apparently, the sheriff tries to say he was trespassing,
Uh,
and I'm reading from the petition. Um,
right.
so I would definitely recommend look up this story because they're still trying to
This,
help this
this,
young man out.
this what I would say because like I had kind of like made a suggestion when I was like from the time that I spent in Arizona. I was telling this some guy was talking in the gas station. I said I feel like every cop should do like a mental evaluation, get it done like every like maybe every 2 months because
Mm.
they humans too, and I feel like everybody go through certain shit. I mean, excuse my French, but
Well,
certain
real.
stuff.
That's real
So
talk.
I think we all should be held to the same standards because we all go through things. So I feel like if they check on maybe the cops or whoever like in law enforcement, they'll be able to connect more and really dissect their brain and really figure out what's going on. Because everybody experience trauma, no matter what type of trauma it is. So I think that'd be a good idea. It was just something I had brought up a while ago, so I just want
No,
to touch
no,
on.
I totally agree with you, bro. I believe with any high stress job like that,
Yeah,
there should be, mandatory psychiatric checks. You know
facts.
what I'm saying mandatory. I don't care if you
Yeah,
a cop. I don't care if you work for the fire department. I don't care if you are freaking freaking factory worker. Anything that's high stress. Let me tell you something. So I had a member of my family who is a retired police officer go through a heart what he called a heart episode, right?
Right.
yeah,
After they had him checked and everything, he basically said, "Well, this is very common. This is very common for this job." And I'm like, "So you were able to just shrug it off, or act like you were able to shrug it off because it's common for cops to have heart attacks?
yeah. That
Does that not scream? We need more checkups on these people. Like I grew up around people that would tell me they didn't like cops. I grew up around cops, in my family. So I knew at least that I could kind of, most of the part, trust them, right?
Right.
But then the older I got, the more I understood the other kids who would say, "Oh, I don't like cops. I hate cops," and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I
mhm.
didn't go down that road, obviously, but they had different experiences than I did. You know,
Right.
so I tried to see it from their point of view. Every time I would like turn around, at least as an adult, there's always some issue involving a cop that either gets too like their ego just blows up. Like something happens next thing you know, they end up roughing up somebody who didn't deserve it, and now you get or you get like unjust people getting pulled over, things like that. But this has been happening this has been happening for decades. The only thing that's different is now we can record it as it's happening. So
Absolutely.
but
But
I agree with you that there should be some sort of like 2 month mandatory mental health
mandatory.
checkup, you
Right.
know.
Dealing with this and updates on how to deal with generations, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we deal with the response and complies? Because it has to change that stigma of every time I see this particular officer or this, you know what I'm saying, person like that, that you automatically gonna kill me. We should not be in that level of fear. Fear controls people. Like that has to change. Along with that 2 months therapy, like we're gonna get you in here for 2 months, we're gonna evaluate you, we're gonna make sure you're good. We're gonna give you some gun safety. We're gonna make sure that before we put you back out, that you're okay. I think I caught something through one of my social media channels on another pod, but it was like it should go where they should rotate. You should, 6 months you should do at a desk, 6 months you should do out there in the field and rotate back and forth so that you have time to decompress in the office and
Mm.
handle that so you can still be in touch with reality. But we ain't gonna drag this conversation too long. Let's go ahead and pull another article on them, Cal. You drop us with part two.
Okay, you sent this you sent this one to me, and I'm still trying to process it, bro. So Memphis mother arrested after photos of 5-year-old. Excuse the pop-up windows. Memphis mother arrested after photos of a 5-year-old child, a daughter, performing Brazilian waxes on adult women goes viral.
I seen that.
What in the heck? What? Where is this coming from? It's officials in Tennessee have arrested a woman, um, captured in videos allowing her child to do Brazilian waxes on adult clients. It is now deleted Instagram post. The business owner boosted on social media, boasted on social media about the child's actions, leading to the investigation by Memphis police. Uh-huh. When I say I was passing down the deeds and LLCs to my creations, I mean that. Okay, this ain't how you do it, Miss. Oh man. It's She did her thing today using da, 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 da. Okay, they got the whole post up here. The only thing that they don't have in the article, obviously, is the video evidence. Um, Screenshots of the original post have been captured throughout different social
Right,
media
right,
platforms.
okay. But
Oh my god.
just with what we got right there, right? Is nah, that's you don't pass a legacy. That first of all, that shouldn't be a legacy to pass. That's that's
I
a
ain't no
skill.
5 years old.
That's a trade you pick up when you just into that type of lifestyle or that profession. You just be like, I want to be like in esthetician and all those type of things. That should fall up under that. But we're talking about a 5-year-old in Memphis, and mom's is like,
Yeah.
shit, you want to learn how to make your first $100 today?
Yeah,
Rep-
I felt she just probably addressed it wrong in a sense because now that I'm thinking it do sound crazy, but it's like then it's like you know what I'm saying depends on who doing it because I feel like you know what I'm saying that goes to saying like with the generational curses and just being black too. I feel like I get it. I mean, a 5-year-old, these kids learn the fast, so I just think it. You know what I'm saying? It's just probably how she went about it instead of ranting and raving. But I mean, also it's like who are we to tell a kid? I mean, a person who how to raise a kid and what to learn. But I just think she's probably just got guilty of being black and you know what I'm saying? They looking at it, they twisting it a little bit.
I
But I
think
wouldn't I wouldn't per se have my 5-year-old doing that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
right.
to
I
each
think
his
it was more
own.
along the lines of you got a 5-year-old about around a bunch of naked women, like
Right.
that. I think that was the thing. It's not like, oh look, I'm teaching my little one how to shampoo hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching her how to I'm teaching her how to count bills or something like that. No, I'm teaching her how to rip pubic hair, and she's around it now. I just okay. This is just me speaking as a child of a cosmetologist. Okay, I've been around the shop before. Like I've been around like beauty parlors before, and certain conversations and stuff like that having to do with that eyebrow waxing. They talked about different types of waxing and stuff like that, right?
Right.
But when I was working there, I was in my 20s. I didn't see any of that. I didn't see any Brazilian waxes go down, but they talked about it. They discussed it. Out loud. I've seen eyebrow waxing. I've seen guys talk about getting a Brazilian wax. Heck, I even got a pedicure once, but not. But I was in my 20s. I
I
wasn't
think
five.
what plays in this factor is like Carlos is saying is more of the fact of it just got put out there wrong, right? Like
Yeah,
because like they said, the images was tucked down. I don't like. Are we mad at the fact that the child is 5 doing it, or are we mad at just the situation of the mom's allowing? You know what I'm saying? We got to pick our anger point in this situation. Or
Yeah,
are we to be angry at all?
yeah, I would like to hear Miss Lady. What would she think being a mother? Like, what would her thoughts be? Because I mean, it do sound crazy, but I just want to, I don't know.
I think she
Mine
just thought she
both.
was. Oops, sorry.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah,
Great.
Um,
Okay, so mine is both. Like that's not something that I would want my 5-year-old daughter to learn at the age of
Right,
5.
right.
mm,
I I mean, like looking at somebody else's adult private spots, I think that should have been uncomfortable for a 5-year-old. It also should have been uncomfortable for the people who came in and got it done. I personally could not have let a 5-year-old do anything with my vagina. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't walk around my grandkids or allow my grandkids to use my private area. It's private. It's also, are we, like it's not. You're not, to me, you're not protecting your child. Let's not forget there are women predators out here. I mean, if you wanted to teach your Cyrus' mom. Maybe one of the guests came in, mom, somebody here, you can have a seat. My mom will be out, something like that. But actually, on the vaginas, I'm sorry, I didn't.
I no, I absolutely agree with that statement because I could see if you gave her a broom and maybe she swept some hair, and that was that all cute moment, teaching her that type of structure, or you
Yes.
teaching her how to bake a cake or something that's more suitable for that type of situation.
Right,
Especially if you're gonna put this out on social media.
right, right,
Like,
right.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking the hustles, but in a situation like this, that's
One
just one
one
hustle.
thing one thing I would say too is like, um, it goes back. We playing right into their hands, like
There you
growing
go.
them up too fast, like teaching them stuff. Like, and you see kids doing dance, all type of grown people dances. I mean, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying. I don't like my daughter listen to Sexy Red, stuff like that. I just think like we got to slow down a little bit on
It's
what we raise our kids. But
way
hey,
too early for her to
the social
understand this.
media thing, they want to go viral.
Yeah, no, we got to
Mm-mm.
find better ways of going viral and more kid-friendly ways to go viral.
Yeah. I've,
Yep.
I've, I've seen parents do like something similar, like they're teaching their kid how to like change a tire on a car. They're
That's a
teaching,
needed skill.
you know what
That's
I'm saying? They're cooking with their kids, showing them how, showing them how to cook, or making things with their kids. I see a dad teaching his teaching his preteens and teenagers, how to program video games, right? Um, but this is a whole other level of I don't know what, to be honest. This like and we want to post everything. No.
which is another flag, right? This is another thing. That ain't everything's. We need to get back into some old school habits. You know what I'm saying? I know we love our phones, we love our devices, we love for people to see our every move. We love when we're having a winning day, as opposed to we love to, you know, talk about the bullshit days that we are having along the way. But everything should not be mainstream media. We done got too complacent and too comfortable with it has to be for the gram, it has to be for Facebook, it has to be for X, it has to be for all these millions and millions of platforms. Once it hits the internet, there is no deleting it. So what? It got removed off of Instagram. You done put it on there now. It's in that atmosphere. It's in that realm.
They
It's in the
already got
metaverse.
shared on other accounts.
Bingo. So now you know what I'm saying. Then, as someone suggested earlier in this conversation, you don't. Well, Miss Long did say it. You got those pedophiles. You know what I'm saying. You got those ones
Yeah.
that's just weird like that. To have a 5-year-old learning and that too older of a skill in Memphis is heartbreaking. We got to do better, parents. You got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Teach them basic skills. Go back to buying brownie mixes and setting up lemonade stands. If you want to teach them how to make a quick dollar, then you teach them the right skills. You feel me? Because like Kyle has said, everybody's advanced now. Kids are coming out the womb now already knowing how to work a YouTube and a TikTok and all these things like that. So we get it. Everybody's super advanced in this world now. But now we still gotta
Well, not in
imply
every aspect. No, not in
we gotta
every
imply
aspect.
our structures that keep us right level.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah.
So
Whew. Dude,
right.
I can't believe you said that to me. Like, I can't believe you said that to me only minutes before we go.
First of all, I
I
want
got
to
to
thank Miss
process
Long.
that, bro.
I want to thank Miss Long for sending it to me. And I looked at it, I just immediately went, wow, like that's what we're doing. So I was like,
That's what we're
okay,
doing.
tonight's a perfect night to want to discuss these uncomfortable things.
And that article was like it just got. I'm looking at the date. It just got posted.
Hot off the press. Y'all
Hot
welcome. Who
off the
they
press.
want. We
Oh my
still do
god.
everything they don't do, include giving y'all cringy, uncomfortable articles.
Cringe. Ugh. Cringe.
Right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick refresher, hit this commercial break time period, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna really get some uncomfortable conversation going. You dig? And hopefully
Right.
Carlos will be back in the studio with us. But if not, we know he sent his love, and we already know we about to wild out because that's what we do. You did. See y'all in a few seconds. Apparently that was
You want to try it? You want to try it again? That was like what, less than 10 seconds?
Have you ever wanted to start your own tax firm? Well, consider this your sign. Here at Your Tax Business Genie, we have specially crafted 3 premier partnership packages for every tax professional. So whether you are just starting out or have years of experience, we have the plan for you. Not only will you have access to our knowledgeable tax academy, but also will receive free tax software for this upcoming tax season. Our goal is to help you manifest and harness the 6-figure income you are wanting to generate in just 4 months. With unlimited electronic filing, your earnings are limitless. Let us help you. Your wish is our command.
Can I say something while I'm dealing with something right quick?
Oh man, well that was short, but
What was short? The commercial break? What you wanted me to play? The algorithm already done showed me since the beginning how it's working. Carlos done disappeared. Yolanda had a lot of reverb. My intro didn't even get the "Stay Are You Ready" part. What more do you want, Kyle? What more do you
well,
want?
you said we're talking about uncomfortable things, so it's kind of making us shrug a little
That will
bit.
not be tonight's conversation. We got a lot of views. Shout out to Loud Mob. Shout out to Chief YZ. Shout out to Trig. You feel me? Shout out to everybody that's viewing, and shout out to everybody that ain't viewing at this point in my life. All right. So what we're gonna do? What we're gonna talk about, people? What? Let's see.
Uh, personally, personally, I've been seeing a lot of news about certain someone trying to sell shoes, and that's not uncomfortable. That's just cringy.
Who's selling them?
Hmm.
Who's selling them?
Oh, sorry, I can't really hear you.
Who's selling the shoes?
Trump.
Kyle, you just had to bring that name here to this platform tonight about the
Yo,
golden.
listen, he's trying to sell his own sneakers, and those things look like somebody just spray painted old shoes and slapped a T on them.
Right, I promise you, the first thing I thought about was an old Rocky movie or something like them shoes.
Did you see him?
Yeah, exactly. Like he got them straight off the press of what that was Rocky. What 3 when he fought Mr. T. Yeah, nah, we ain't promoting that. See, that just show you how easy it is to fool the mind. Is
Oh no! At least on the site, they're being honest. They're basically saying that this product may not look the way you think it's gonna look when you order them. It just looks.
You know why? Because he don't want to do business with foreigners, so therefore it's gonna come looking like something you got off a Wish. Which is, I'm gonna stop. See, Kyle, you making me. I ain't here to discredit all these brands and stuff.
Hey! What? Look, I'm just laughing at the sneakers.
I'm gonna give y'all representation. It's gonna be like, y'all remember that episode for those of us that are still comical. Y'all remember the episode of SpongeBob when he drew Doodle Bob? Like it's gonna give y'all very much SpongeBob, but then when you order it, it's gonna come as Doodle Bob, and you're gonna be mad as hell because you don't order some fucked up ass shoes, but you still gonna have to rock them because you probably done paid about a good $100 for them, so you gonna have to work with them somewhere or another.
Right. My bad, everybody. Too. My phone was ringing, so it's throwing it.
Hey, that's that work calling.
Exactly.
Man, I'm busy right now, but that's funny. Trump, terrible.
Yeah, nah, bro, we
The
ain't
Trump
doing it.
shoes, gold, in their gold and red. What the heck does that even go with?
Shit, whatever you want to make him go with at this point, you know, he trying to let you know abstract is the way to go. As long as you making America great again in them shoes.
They're gold and red with a American flag on the top.
Exactly. America is let you know it's the land of gold mining. We bringing gold mining back. I don't know. I don't know, sir. I don't know.
Oh, but you know how much they cost?
I don't want to know now. I don't.
You sure? Okay.
Let's get busy.
400 $400
Oh, right.
$400.
All right, we're giving him a little too much free publicity on this, and we're gonna move forward. I ain't got
You're right.
time.
You're right.
No more free promo, people. No more free promo. But support is also free. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on
Yes,
YouTube. I'm trying to run these numbers up. I'm doing this for y'all. If y'all don't know, I do it for myself mainly, but I do it to entertain y'all, to address it better, because I am who they want. You dig?
There you go.
All right, so we're gonna dive into this situation. Might be a little disgruntled, unsettling. If you've been catching the podcast for the past couple weeks, we already done talked about the whole Club Shay Shay. We done talked about Cat's damage. We done talked about what Monique done did. But now it's time to die, because as I promised Miss Long, we was gonna sit down and have a conversation about all this that her son is coming out saying everything she painting y'all is just far fetched. She trying to paint this Miss Goody Two Shoe narrative, play this victim narrative, and he done had enough of it. She done threw me away, and he's just tired of it. So let's get into this.
I saw some text from them. Right? It seemed like, I don't know, like Monique shared them, so it's probably she probably just shared the good ones. I don't know.
And of course, you got to look at it with that power she has. If the ball is in her corner, of course she's gonna have somebody tweak it to make it look like this is what's being presented to us. You got to watch out for smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to who bringing receipts to the table, you know what I'm saying? In the wake of all this chaos and all this madness. So when you have a conversation like this on podcast, it's what angle are you trying to approach in this, and who. It's not about playing sides. It's about understanding. Because as I told Kyle backstage before we went live, you got to look at, you know, the way Romeo came at Master P when, you know, he lost his sister and Master P lost a daughter, and he went to airing out how Pops ain't never there, and you start, you know, feeling that feeling of, I guess, loneliness from a desired parent, but they're so busy being these moguls and putting on for the camera that you don't know who you got at home now, like 50 Cent and Hit Son and so forth. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to these narratives, go ahead, Carlos. You like you ready to dive in?
No, I was just gonna say, because I mean, you gotta see, people gotta understand that it's like you gotta wear two hats out here. You gotta have business, and then you gotta have family. You gotta be able to separate the two. So I think, I mean, yeah, you know, people approach be different. You know what I'm saying? So like when you bring up the two incidents or whatever, Master P and then Monique, but I just think it's just all about how you shape things, and your character matters too. So it's like, you know, some people flame out, and then it's like, if you ain't never done things wrong, kept your business relationship and your character is good, you can always go work with people. You can always talk to people. So it's just all about how people carry themselves as individuals too, because people always leave out stuff. They don't always tell the whole story. You know how that stuff goes. So it's all about how you carry yourself. And like, one person I will lean to is look at Snoop. How he got good business relationships with everybody. He's still pulling people up. That's like one person that you could really like look at and model stuff after, because he got a great name. He don't really, you know what I'm saying? And he's still helping people too. So it's just how I just think it's about people approach too, especially when you getting on that level, Hollywood level.
Yeah. All right. Snoop is a great example because Snoop can go pretty much anywhere, right? And we know some situations with his, you know, with his family, but it doesn't seem like it's all drama. If there is any drama, they kind of they keep it out. The only thing
Bingo.
I've ever
See,
heard,
that's how he said. That's about structure. How do you structure
Yeah.
and wear that hat? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can be Coach Snoop. I can be Father Snoop. I can be Uncle Snoop. He knows how to present these hats in the right sentiments so that a lot of stuff ain't, publicly being dispersed. Or if it is, it ain't so bad that we got to have a conversation like we're having right now. But dealing
No.
with this current situation of Monique and her son, who's now considering himself the estranged child, and even looking at, I saw something last night about what's that girl? They get she's I got everything pictured. What's up, girl? How you doing? Come on, somebody throw it out.
Um.
Oh,
Um.
Wendy Williams.
Wendy
Yeah,
Williams.
they got a documentary finna get ready to come out on her, and her son was already speaking some things that he felt was unsettling, and I see what I'm saying. It's these relationships that you don't have with the right now. That's who again it makes us struggle as from the outside looking in, because our empathy is for the children, our heart is for, damn, you doing it like that. And then somewhere in your mind you're gonna be like, damn, I always thought that was that type of person, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
Monica be like, look how she played in Precious, so obviously she's
The
that
blind.
type, right? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna forever hold something from their art against them in a natural form, and we get to these discussions where it's just uncomfortable to have, because it's like, damn. And none of us are perfect, right? Even us who are not in front of mainstream media like that may have situations. Social media and these outlets are dangerous tools.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
open
But
outlets up on your own though, because like if you're gonna do interviews and you're gonna say stuff that you know is pretty much not full truth, then you open the door for somebody to come out and speak. You
I
don't
agree. You
have,
opening that door, you want to rip the band-aid
Facts.
off. You made it public. I
Facts.
1000% agree with that.
and then once that happens though, I don't think the way that they dealt with it was the way they dealt with it. I think I do personally believe you have to have a personal conversation with
Man, I'm a big advocate of discrepancies like that can be handled off camera. If
yeah.
we got to have those type of conversations, we can deal with that. Let me schedule, if I got to schedule a meeting at that point, I'm going to deal with you first thing right now. Let's sit down and let's have a heart to heart. Like my boy, using Carlos's brand example, this is why I feel like success heals pain is such an important mantra now for me. That I've been, recently talking to him and telling him, bro, I'm help pushing it on the fact that you got something that people don't even realize how important it is. Success healing pain, and this is one of those cases that success probably ain't gonna heal that pain.
Yeah, it's how you look at it too, because you got to pull your own self up. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think people got the lazy mindset, the lazy approach. Like, if you want stuff, like, you hear a lot of people say family ain't where it used to be and this and that. Well, I mean, you got to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you approach things too. So it's like, I just think people got the lazy mindset and lazy approach to everything. So they just don't actually take the necessary steps to make things right, or really put forth effort to doing better in life. They just be, I call it the bare minimum lifestyle. You feel me? That's what I call it.
I'm with
mm,
it. I'm with it.
I, it's very like when it comes to celebrities. Sometimes people act like they know them because we know too much now because of social media and stuff like that. But this has been going stuff like this has been going on for decades, right?
You ain't
Like,
fire for fire.
you know what I'm saying? Like, the stuff like this has been going on for decades. Either the one famous person is having a problem with their estranged family member, or or the stage parent. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like those stage parent that basically are living off their kids, right? Next thing you know, they end up the kid ends up becoming emancipated, wanting to become emancipated from their family because they were treated a certain way, and it baffles the mind. Like, you're supposed to be there and helping your kid, not dragging their name through the mud. Same thing with parents. We would hope, but realistically, it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work out that way. I was just made aware of the phenomenon of mothers being, mothers being jealous of daughters. or fathers being jealous of their sons, or vice versa. It doesn't make any sense to me, because I was like, how are you jealous of how are you jealous of your offspring? What is it? But then if you look at
But
psychology, it's like, oh, they have things that their parent never had.
right,
Like they got love, they got they got attention, they got whatever it may be. So it's just like the truth is stranger than fiction. That's it. The truth is stranger than fiction. I still can't believe it.
I'm gonna share something. Like my dad said something to me. Like he gave me a lot of game, but he was like, one thing he told me, like, man, you got a gift, the way you connect with people and the way you talk. I wish I could talk like that. But then he also told me, does that it's crazy we having this conversation, because he just said the same. He just said it to me like last week. He said, man, son, I'm jealous of you, but he didn't say it like in a negative way. What he was saying, he like, man, I'm jealous of you in the sense of like, man, I'm proud of you, how you carry yourself. Like, because I think a lot of people misinterpret, like don't understand that. I mean, they do, but they take things for granted. Like, you don't get two laps around this. You know what I'm saying? Life stuff. Only get one.
right.
So I think people take stuff for granted and then really like don't use their time wisely. And he kind of shocked me when he said it, because I'm like, man, you jealous of me? But I'm like, I understood what he was saying in so many words, and I broke it down to my own self. And it's just funny we having that conversation. I just wanted to share that part right there.
Oh yeah, no, but that's beautiful how you were able to talk to him about that. Because not everybody gets that chance. You know,
Facts.
so it's beautiful that you have that you have that kind of relationship with your dad. You
Yeah.
know, so that means a lot. Like, you know, me and my dad are close, and he gives me props every time like just about every time he sees me, and I'm
Yeah.
like my dad is one of my role models.
Right.
You know,
Likewise. We need that type of encouragement and love. That's our tough love. Just get complimented.
yeah, that's
Right.
that's the thing, because we don't know, sometimes we don't know how to take compliments.
True.
Facts.
We,
True.
you know,
Not only that, it's right. I was thinking I'm kind of wound up because I was like, damn, in a situation like that, I'm looking at me going on 33 years old and finally just decided, damn, I want to kind of, build some frame of a relationship with my dad and not just go off of what I've been told, growing up about this particular person. I wanted to
mm,
kind of draw my own analysis. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna tell me that he's an ain't shit type of figure and all this.
Right.
So you harness all this evil energy because you're being told that you're supposed to resent him. Look how, you made it in life without him, but then at some point there's always, in my mind, the way my mentality works, be like, I don't want to be one of the ones that have to go to judgment day or to that day of questioning, and he'd be like, hey, I gave you some leeway to kind of make this situation on your own, but you, instead of being a leader, you still was being a follower. So
Right.
one day I just reached out and just told him, like, I can't be the one that hold this hatred in my heart. I can't resent you for the past. Like, it is what it is. What happened happened. The damage is done. But I would at least like to form some sort of a relationship for us to move forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
mm,
because everybody deserves a second chance and everybody deserves a shot too. So I mean, you got to give people a chance to speak their piece, and
oh yeah,
I pray you and salute you on that too, because it takes steps into that too. You feel me? You got to hear people out. So
yeah.
salute you.
I could
Appreciate
also,
it.
to a certain extent, understand the other side of that argument. There are some times where the, where the, and I've seen this firsthand with like some of my dearest friends. They try to bring their parent back into their lives, and then their parent is the one that screws that up, right?
It's true.
So it's not like they didn't try. I'm talking like for years, but ultimately they they made that decision.
Right,
You know,
right. And I heard you say like you got moms being they daughter friends. So
Yeah.
I like to hear Miss Lake. You know what I'm saying? I just like to hear I like to hear Miss Lake with her thought, like what her thoughts about
Same.
that
Mhm.
same stuff we saying. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody' perspective is different on. You know what I'm saying? So I like to hear. I'd be interested into that because we, you know, me and Steady, we talk all the time, but it's just good to hear people point of view because everybody look at stuff different. You know?
Absolutely.
I feel the same way. I do think that a lot of moms want to see their daughters friends. It's just like certain stuff that I see with a lot of these girls that's growing up that I don't understand because I was raised differently. I was raised
Right.
a little girl. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
don't think I would have been allowed to go to school with a front leg last year. You know, it's just times are totally different, and
They
it's
are.
a lot of stuff that's allowed. I don't understand it because that's just not how I was raised. And I was always taught to stay in the kids' place. I wasn't allowed to sit around adults when they were talking. You know what I mean? When my mom's friends came over, we had to scat. You go play, you go in your room, go do chores, but you weren't allowed to be
Absolutely.
around adults to even know, to even
Same here.
thought you were
Right.
raised. You know what
Definitely can relate to that.
Get out. Hey,
I mean?
stop looking in my mouth. What they say?
Right.
Go outside and play. It's such a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Straight up. Straight up. And
Man,
Especially
then,
if those
I feel like we
conversations
try
are
to
intense.
that.
That'd be the day they don't even care about the street light. They'll just be like, to company leave you good.
Right. We had to be on the porch when the street lights came on. You know what I
For real, man. They don't make that like we was. We built different. We built for it tough. They don't understand that. And salute to our parents and stuff beforehand that really dealt with the struggles and dealt with a lot. But I'm talking about for us coming into life and having to deal with structure like that. Almost being militarized just based on implementing. Hey, don't leave that light on too long. Don't leave my refrigerator open.
facts. Hey, they was serious. Hey, we
in
appreciate.
or out of the house, make a decision. Don't. You
Right?
know,
For the God, I was just telling somebody today. I said, man, I appreciate the struggle. Like we didn't have everything, Christmas gifts, none of that. But at the same time, like we had fun as being a kid. So it's like, man, I wouldn't change that for nothing. I swear to God, I won't. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't even tell you all the stories, but I'm pretty sure we all didn't have the same type of, you know what I'm saying, lifestyle to a certain degree. Not the same.
to a certain degree.
You know, to a certain degree, we all did made the most of our time. Like, man, it was just a little bit different. And I just wanted to say this too, because what Miss Lady was saying, like, and I just got this thought in my head. Like, I think why we see a lot of females being friends with their daughter because a lot of women don't trust a lot of other women. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little easier for guys to be like, I got the bros, but for women don't really mix with, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a little bit different. That's my analysis of it, though.
I have heard that so many times. Like I got homegirls and I got my boys, right? And we hang and a lot of times we hang out together. But when I'm talking to my homegirls, they'll be like, I don't mess with a lot of other, I don't mess with a lot of other like women. I don't mess with a lot of other. I'm like, why? Because they feel like they can't really trust them. And I'm like, well, what about? But then on the other side of that same coin, you hear others screaming for sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? But now I understand why my mom and her group of friends, who she has known since childhood, a lot of them are very tight knit. She doesn't have like a whole like her crew is like just very tight. I've known most of them since I was a baby. You know what I'm saying? I've grown up around their kids. Their kids are my cousins, you know. But not everybody has that kind of relationship with people, even if they've been through a lot of the same struggles or a lot of, or grew up in the same in the same areas. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but it it's amazing to me how when you think it's one way, like you think, oh, okay, you're going to introduce a friend to another friend, they're going to get along. No,
Right.
no, it doesn't always work that way.
Man, for real.
But
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not one of those type of people that wanna. There's certain things that I'm gonna do with my daughters that you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna do with my friends. So when I hang with my friends, I kind of really, unless it's a barbecue or something, I really don't want to invite my daughters because I want
Yeah,
to see. Number
right.
one, I don't want to sit here watching my every move all night, talking about mom and all of this and that. Like You know what I'm saying? So
They turned into the mini mom now. Or they call like, mom, what you doing? So I hear you on that. I respect you on that, man.
Like that. No, see, that's the king. Boundaries is important, even when you saying that word as a friendship. So it's about
Facts.
including
Facts.
boundaries. Your daughter should not be in there talking about, Mama, we're gonna do this Brazilian wax thing or what?
Oh no.
right.
Like, nah,
Nice
you gotta
callback, by the way.
exactly, but you got to be able to have open communication, but also establish boundaries. So I feel like to sum up this whole process is boundaries need to be in place. You know what I'm saying? Like we all can say, man, I was telling my godmama the other day, I was like, shit, I'm still the type of person when my aunties come over to talk to my grandma, I still leave the room and I'm 30-something years old. I'll speak and I'm like, and be like, why you left? I'm like, that's grown folk talk. Like I was always raised, that's grown folk talk. There's just some things I don't include myself on conversations about.
Nah, for
Right.
real. I still call my uncles, but I be like Uncle Jazz, Uncle Doc, Auntie Dean. Like I don't even call them by their first name. I'm from, you know what I'm saying? It's a respect.
Yes.
Oh no, the first name. No,
Nah, we
no,
ain't doing that.
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
care
no,
how
no.
cool you say we is. That's my partner. You still You still gonna be
Nah, man. When I was working for my mother, right? I worked for 9 years at the shop as a receptionist for her, right? And one day I was talking about some of the issues I was having at the time, and just thinking it was a little weird. And my psychologist suggested, why don't you try calling her by her first name? I'm like, that ain't gonna happen. I'm 30 something years old. That is never gonna happen. Okay, I know my mother's first name. I've told people about her using her first name, but I will never call her or my father by their first names. It's no, that's not how that works.
Yeah. You got to keep that respect level, man. I truly believe in that. Whether you addressing a lady, even if you don't know her, Miss Lady, you know what I'm saying? It's a respect. A respect take you a long way.
Yes, it's a respect thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is it.
no, I'm loving it. We start off a little rocky tonight, but we ended up to produce some great stuff and get our opinions across, and everybody came together. And I love this how we striving to continue for our excellence, man. Success definitely gonna heal pain. Being who they want gonna definitely change your atmosphere. You know, sipping and talking will definitely get a lot off your chest. You know what I'm saying? Being A for able gonna make sure that you have the ability to still do something to change lives. See, people don't know. For the past couple weeks, I've been in my elevation period. I've been tapping into this greatness of mine, man. So I'd be like, I don't have time now to let negative stuff bring me down. I don't have time to recycle last year conversations. I don't have time to keep talking about what hurts me, what hurted me. I'm moving forward, man. I'm healing. I'm in my healing form, and nothing's gonna break me. Like, I know we were supposed to get into the whole Beyonce and the country song situation, but we'll have to set up another day and then make that a conversation piece. You know how we do it. I got a show tomorrow. Y'all don't want to miss Who They Want Wednesdays. We got a dope guest gonna be in the building on tomorrow's show, so y'all make sure that y'all tuned in for that. I want to thank my boy Carlos for coming through. You feel me? On the up and up. I definitely want to thank the Queen, Miss Londa, for taking time out of her busy schedule, because she definitely been making sure I had time out of my schedule to try to join and link up. But it ain't even about that. It's just love we have for each other as family, that we can link up and handle business like that. And of course, Kyle, you know it's always love and thanks to you.
Always.
You feel me? Y'all gotta realize y'all people be my driving force. When I be taking them little hiatus, y'all be sending me y'all content, or y'all send me a text message, or I just want to have a mental health conversation with you. That shit drives me. People gotta understand, it drives me. Cause sometimes I'm like, damn, somebody like that thought about little old me. You know what I'm saying? You just be sitting there, have to reflect and be like, damn, they care enough. And it ain't even about me not driving the content. They just care enough to see how they interact with me and know that person ain't made that type of move in a minute. I ain't seen them put nothing positive out. So now my energy level, I learned, studying and stuff now, I'm like, my vibration got to stay on high at all time. Because once that scale slips, everything starts to pivot and everything starts to crumble. And ain't no crumbling over here unless it's crumble cookies. You dig?
I think when you change your mindset,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? because like certain things can happen, and instead of me just like falling apart, like oh this is happening, I just keep moving, and then out of nowhere here comes something else that's like beneficial. You know what I mean? So you know, you think positive, you wipe the negative thinking out. You know, you can be better off.
Respect, absolutely. I thank you. I take that affirmation with me.
Facts. And I would say like one of my biggest things I always say like I say a lot of different stuff, but I just say patience is virtue. Like you just have patience in this and whatever you're doing. Like I just it's hard sometimes, you know what I'm saying? We get restless and we have bad days too, but at the same time it's just patience is virtue. I feel like if you approach everything with patience, everything will work itself out, you know. That's just how I see it.
Yeah,
Amen.
yeah.
Any
Everybody's
closing?
journey is different. You know, just like my mom would say, people are in your life for reasons and seasons. So you never know
Mhm.
who you're going to meet, who you're going to attract into your life, what they're going to be there, for, whether it be, for temporarily or a lifetime. Like when you and I met Steady, I didn't know that you and I would be, we'll become friends. I just thought,
Right.
hey, I do some editing, for him. Maybe we connect on some other things. Now we're just like we've done shows together. We've met other friends together. We've made, like we've like talked to so many, there's so many people. We've had conversations ourselves about life,
For
love,
real.
everything, everything. So I appreciate it. I also appreciate the people that we're able to meet because we're connected to each other. You know?
Nah, that's real. That's what it's about. We gotta erase these stigmas. We gotta erase that I can't deal with a certain creed, a character, a person just based on what I'm hearing about a person, based on what I'm seeing about a person. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, it's about changing your mindset, changing your energy, commanding your day. It's that, you know what I'm saying? Stop being embraced by the chains of negativity. You know what I'm saying? I gotta carry my dad's sins. I gotta carry my mom's sins. I gotta carry my neighbor's sins. We gotta stop doing that to ourselves. It's destroying us. We gotta stop saying these mentalities. I'm gonna be a thug because so and so was a thug, or we mocking certain things and put positivity back in place. You feel
Facts.
me?
Facts. Can't put no more stress on yourself than you already got. I think that's the thing with a lot of people. They just want to stress themselves out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Why? Right.
oh,
Why
wait,
would you put that burden? Why would you want to carry that cross through the yard? Like, why? Why? What is that going? You know what I'm saying? I've seen, even back in my hometown, I've seen too many young black men get killed over nothing. You feel me? I can't judge your lifestyle, but in the situation, I could judge the fact that senseless killing is not tolerable. We got to stop that. That's destructive. That's destroying us. We need to be able to have safe spaces to have these open conversations. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to us, reach out to Carlos, reach out to myself, reach out to Miss Long. If y'all reach out to Kyle, if y'all feeling uncomfortable, let us know so we can make you comfortable, or we can give suggestions, or find somebody that's suited to handle those type of situations. Nothing
Yep.
should be on, I'm on social media and today just gonna be the day I might just off myself.
Right.
No, let's change that narrative. Let's heal ourselves. Let's love ourselves. Let's take care of ourselves. And that being said, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all back for Who They Want Wednesdays. Y'all make sure y'all check out Miss Lon's show. I believe yours is every Sunday, love, or
Every Sunday at 7.
I'm gonna
you
tap
feel
into. I want to check that out. I'm gonna.
Okay.
exactly. Gotcha. I'll make sure you have that information, bro, so you can be able
Uh,
to reach out to her. And of course,
Kyle.
Kyle, we got to get the whole Sue Rant things back going. We need to book
Oh,
a
that no,
sesh.
most definitely,
We
most
need to
definitely.
book a set. We need to book a sesh. I need some Saturday anime mental health. I need to get our reviews reviews
Yep.
popping, broski. So you already know. And of course, Carlos, I'm gonna forever keep boosting the mantra. I'm forever keep supporting it. But you keep doing your thing and keep walking in your greatness, because that's your path.
Man, for sure, man. Likewise, man. Let's keep uplifting each other and keep the same mindset, like Miss Lady said. Keep a great mindset and keep uplifting, encouraging folks. You know, some people it don't matter when they catch it, as long as they catch it. You heard?
Amen.
Yep.
Y'all stay blessed. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.